Welcome back to the Dark Truth Diaries. And today, I'm bringing you one of the darkest, most personal stories you'll ever hear. This isn't just a case about betrayal. It's about trust twisted into something sinister, a mother pushed to her limit, and a revenge so precise, so deeply emotional, that it still echoes years later. Tonight's story is titled, The Babysitter Who Destroyed a Family, and the Mother Who Took Revenge. Settle in. Turn the lights down. Because this one feels personal. Almost too personal. My name is Claire Bennett. And for 14 years, my life was simple. I was a wife, a mother of 2, and a full-time nurse trying to juggle night shifts with school pickups. My husband, Jacob, worked long hours as a real estate agent. We weren't rich, but we had a life built on trust. At least, that's what I thought. Everything started the day I hired Emily Carter, a bright, warm, soft-spoken 22-year-old college student, who lived 2 streets away. She had glowing references. My kids adored her instantly, and after months of struggling alone, I finally felt like I could breathe. Little did I know, I had just let a serpent into my home. Emily was perfect at first. She arrived early, cleaned without me asking, helped my daughter with homework, cooked dinner, folded laundry. She made herself indispensable. Too indispensable. But the thing that bothered me most was how close she got to Jacob. It started subtly. A laugh that lasted too long. A hand on his arm. Compliments that felt inappropriate. When I brought it up, Jacob said, "Claire, she's just being friendly. Don't overthink." So I tried to ignore it. But Emily didn't just want to help my family. She wanted to replace me. Emily started telling me little lies. "Your son said he doesn't feel safe when you're gone at night. Your daughter said she likes spending time with me more. Jacob said you're too tired for him lately." At first, I brushed it off. But doubt is like mold. Once it gets in, it spreads. I didn't know she was whispering different lies to Jacob. "Claire told me she resents how much you work. She said she doesn't trust you when she's not home. She thinks you're distant. She told my kids. Your mom seems stressed. Maybe she needs some time away." In less than 3 months, Emily had turned my family against me, without raising her voice once. She was patient, calculated, deadly. It was a Sunday night in June. Hot, still, and quiet in a way that felt wrong. I came home early from a shift Emily didn't expect me to leave. I opened the front door, and I heard my husband's laugh. But not just any laugh. The kind he used to give me when we first met. I stepped into the living room, and there they were. Emily sitting on Jacob's lap, her arms around his neck, her face inches from his. My kids asleep upstairs. My world collapsed in a single breath. Jacob shot up, stammering. Emily pretended to cry. And suddenly, somehow, I was the villain. I was too controlling. I was paranoid. I was jealous of a younger woman. Emily played innocent. Jacob fell for every word. That night, he told me he needed space and stayed at a hotel. A hotel Emily just happened to also be staying in. And the next morning, my kids told me Emily said I might leave the family for good. She was poisoning them. All of them. And she wasn't done yet. 3 weeks later, Jacob filed for separation. He claimed the kids would be more stable if they stayed with him and Emily. Emily moved into my home. My home. With my husband. With my children. I was banished to a 1-bedroom apartment, while she played mother to the life I built. But here's the thing about hitting rock bottom. There's nowhere left to go. Except up. And that's when revenge began to grow inside me. Quiet, cold, and razor-sharp. Revenge doesn't need force. It needs patience. Emily hid her past well. Or so she thought. I dug everything up. Expelled from college for stalking a professor. An active restraining order from a former roommate. A history of identity theft. A pattern of infiltrating families. and a sealed police report involving an incident with a married man. I gathered documents, emails, witnesses, and statements. But I didn't take them to Jacob first. I took them to Child Protective Services. And I told them Emily Carter was living with my children. Investigators arrived unannounced. Emily panicked, made mistakes, argued with them, screamed at Jacob. She said the kids belonged to her. She tried to take them out of the house without permission. She spiraled fast. And the more she unraveled, the more Jacob began to see the monster I had been warning him about. Then came the night that ended it all. Jacob called me at 2 a.m., voice shaking. "Claire, you need to come get the kids. Emily. She's not who I thought." When I arrived, Emily was being escorted out by police, screaming that I stole her family. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. She destroyed herself. I just nudged her toward the edge. 3 days later, I sent Jacob everything I had uncovered. Emily's past, her tactics, her manipulation patterns. He read every page. Sitting alone in the house she tried to steal. His final text to me said, "I'm sorry. I was blind. Please forgive me." Forgiveness? No. But I told him the truth. You don't get to have me back. But you get to be the father our kids need. We rebuilt. Slowly, separately. And the kids stayed with me full time. Jacob became a visitor in the home he once owned. Just like I once was. Life has a cruel sense of symmetry. She faced charges for violating a restraining order, identity fraud, child endangerment, falsifying references, unlawful access to home records. She served 18 months. And when she got out, she tried to contact Jacob. He blocked her. She tried to reach me. I didn't respond. I didn't have to. She was already erased from our lives. The lesson I never forgot. People ask me, "Claire, do you regret it? Do you regret taking revenge?" And here's my answer. When someone tries to steal your life, you don't give them mercy, you give them consequences. And that is exactly what I did. This has been one of the most chilling stories I've ever told here on the Dark Truth Diaries. A story of manipulation, of a family torn apart, and of a mother who refused to be replaced. What would you have done in Claire's situation? Would you have forgiven? Or would you have taken revenge? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If this story gripped you, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss another deep dive into betrayal and vengeance. I'm Paz, and until next time, stay safe, stay vigilant, and remember, the people you trust the most can be the ones who destroy you the fastest.